You read in the comments like, "Oh my god, I'm terrified just watching." Oh, I don't know how you can do that. And some people are coming out going, "I can't swim, but I'd love to be a free diver." It's you're giving people that encouragement to just get into the water to enjoy it. But if you were to start with somebody, because you do a lot of work with, I think you call them ocean safaris.
Mm.
How would you advise somebody who's interested in diving into, seeing these experiences? How would they find a reputable company, like a good place to start? Because, like say you're coming on holiday, is there a way of gauging a suitable company to work with that's going to keep you safe, like the level of professional qualifications we should look for?
Well, that is actually very difficult to find because tourism is all about money, and often what you look for is the cheapest option, and then the cheapest
Yeah.
option is not necessarily the safest or the best or the best for the locals. So I think one of the best things you can do is once you get to your destination, walk around, maybe go in the harbor, ask people, ask the locals. Maybe there's some dive shops around the area where you can go ask, because that's how you get the best price. You find the best people and you actually support locals instead of some bigger companies, especially if you go to a very touristy place. I know it like requires a lot more effort from your part to do that, but especially Maria is really good at this. She's backpacked around the world and
Yeah.
she that's all she did.
Awesome.
She walked around and asked. And then if you want to do it beforehand, I think social media right now, social media is the
Yeah.
best place to find good people. You
And
search.
you want to read that the company
Mm-hmm.
is for the animals. It's not for the money,
Yeah.
like maybe 10% goes back into the ocean, like they're giving back. Versus we're trying to book 20 people in a boat to go and chase one turtle.
Yeah, because I've worked on those. I worked for a little bit on one of those companies that's like a snorkel guide company. It's a nice company. A lot of people love it. They say it's the best experience of their life. But what that company did is bring 40 people on a boat, drop them on the turtles, and kind of like that's there's nothing. They don't give back to the ocean really. They don't really like 40 people is too much to bring to a one dive spot at a time and all
Yeah.
that. So yeah, I would also check. That's a good point, by the way. How many people is on the boat? That's a very good thing to
The
check.
less, the better.
Yeah,
Better for the animals.
yeah, more sustainable. The less people, the more sustainable it is.
Yeah, 'cause it is a sad point, isn't it? Is that people will try to force as many people as they can into them, but they'll try to sell out an attraction, which is a wild animal, and yeah, we do exploit things. Unfortunately, it's it's horrible, but because that's what I was trying to avoid was I wanted people to get into the sport and try it and follow your channel and get inspired, but you also don't want any old idiot just jumping in the water and going diving off by themselves. Is there key things then that each person who's doing it should have, like a knife, torch, diving partner to make sure they're safe? What do you have to have before you go diving?
Just your snorkel and mask, which is the beauty of it.
And a friend.
And a friend. Have safety.
Yeah.
You don't need long, fancy fins to start. We started with snorkel fins. Like my fins were this big. I didn't buy my long fins for like till maybe 5, 6 months in. And now I've been diving for almost a year and a half. So you don't need much